Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to discuss very important algebraic structure named as a group. Group ને જો ગુજરાતીમાં વાત કરીએ તો ગ્રુપ એટલે સમૂહ. સમૂહ અને ટોળું બંને વસ્તુ અલગ છે. આપણે જાણીએ છીએ કે અમુક વસ્તુ ભેગી થાય, કોઈ વસ્તુનું કલેક્શન, જેને આપણે ક્યારેક ટોળું કહીએ છીએ, ક્યારેક સમૂહ કહીએ છીએ. અને એ બેનો મેજર ડિફરન્સ એ છે કે જો એ સમૂહ એટલે કે એ કલેક્શન વ્યવસ્થિત હોય, સુયોજિત હોય, એને કોઈ નિયમ પ્રમાણે બાંધેલ હોય તો આપણે એને સમૂહ કહીએ છીએ. અને જો એ નિયંત્રિત ન હોય તો હંમેશા આપણે એને ટોળું કહીએ છીએ. એવું જ એક એલ્જેબ્રિક સ્ટ્રક્ચર મેથેમેટિક્સમાં પણ છે અને જેને આપણે ગ્રુપ કહીએ છીએ. Group means it's a collection of elements with a binary operation star which satisfy the following properties. And these properties are known as closure property, associativity, identity and inverse. Means operation star is a binary operation which so itself is a closure property. Means this binary operation satisfy closure property. This binary operation satisfy associativity. A set G must have an element which is known as identity element, and every element of group G means a set G possesses inverse element, and this type of set is known as a group. For example, we will say that first we will discuss a closure property. Closure property means if G is a set and element A and B are the elements of G, with the help of our binary operation star, if A star B again belongs to G, then we say that this operation star is a binary operation, and we say that the set G is closed under binary operation star. This is the first property. The second property is associativity. Means for every A, B, C belonging to G, if we have A star B star C is equal to A star B star C, then we say that the binary operation star satisfy associativity. The third property is existence of identity. So for every element A belonging to G, if there exists an element E belonging to G such that A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A, means when we take a product with E, we get the same element again. In that case, we will say that E, this works as an identity element. And the fourth one, existence of inverse. Means for every A belonging to G, if there exists an element B belonging to G such that A star B is equal to identity is equal to B star A. So if G satisfy all these four properties, first closure property means any two elements together get again the value in the same set is called the closure property. Second one, associativity. Third one, existence of identity element, we call it E. And the fourth one, every element of that set G possesses its inverse in G itself. So if G satisfy all four properties, then we could say that the set G is a group under operation star, and the notation for that group is G star. We call it a group under operation star. And the fifth and important one is, if for every A, B belonging to G, if we had A star B is equal to B star A, then we say that group G is an abelian group, or we call it G is a commutative group. So group may be a commutative group or it may be a non-commutative group. Similarly, if the number of elements in G are finite, then we say that the given group is a finite group, and if a group is not finite, then we say that it is an infinite group. So we have four possibilities. A group G may be a finite, or group G may be an infinite. Infinite, it may be an abelian group or a non-abelian group. Similarly, if G is infinite, then again it is an abelian group or it is a non-abelian group. So there are four types of groups: finite abelian, finite non-abelian, infinite abelian, and infinite non-abelian groups. Let us see few examples. Example of an infinite abelian group is very simple group, and that is a group called Z plus, means where Z is the set of all integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, -1, -2, etc. If you can check the properties, all these are integers. The first property, if we take binary operation as addition, then we know that the addition of any integer is again an integer. That means this addition satisfies the closure property. Integers are always associative. Third one, identity element. We know that for addition, 0 always works as identity element, because for every n belonging to Z, n plus 0 is always n, which is equal to 0 plus n. That means in this case 0 will work as identity element for the set Z. And for inverse, as operation is addition, so the additive inverse of 1, we know that it is -1. The additive inverse of 2 is -2. Similarly, 3 is -3, -4 is 4. So every element of Z possesses inverse element in Z itself. That means Z satisfy all four properties: closure property, associativity, existence of identity element, existence of inverse element, and so we can say that the set Z under the operation addition is a group. And for integers, we know that for every integer n1 and n2, for operation addition, n1 plus n2 is same as n2 plus n1. That means it satisfies commutative property. And so the first example of infinite and abelian group is Z plus. The second example, infinite and non-abelian. The general linear group GLN, the non-singular n by n matrices, is a non-abelian group, and this group is an infinite group, because we know that the matrix multiplication may or may not be a commutative. That means it's a non-abelian group. Again, finite and abelian. The integer modulo n under the modular addition Zn plus n is a finite group, which is again an abelian group, and a finite and non-abelian group is the permutation group Sn, the one-to-one and onto function from a set under the function of composition of mappings. So these four are the example of group which are finite, abelian, non-abelian, and infinite, abelian and non-abelian. As per our today's topic, first we will discuss the properties of a group. if G is a group under operation star, then this group has following 5 properties. First, both the cancellation law holds good in G. That means left cancellation law as well as a right cancellation law. Let us first discuss about the cancellation law. In G, for A, B, C belonging to G, if A star B is equal to A star C, that implies B is equal to C. So here we can see that if A star B is equal to A star C gives B is equal to C, means here we are cancelling element A from left side, and we call this property as left cancellation law. And we can easily prove this property because see here left hand side is A star B is equal to A star C. Our aim is to prove B is equal to C. Now we know that element A is the element of G. G is a group. That means if A belongs to G, then definitely its inverse also belongs to G. And hence we can pre-multiply both the sides by A inverse. Then we can get A inverse star A star B is equal to A inverse star A star. Now let us apply the associative property. Means we can write this as A inverse star A star B is equal to A inverse star A star C. Now we know that A inverse and A, this will give us identity element, means identity star B is equal to identity star C. And we know that when E works as identity, means identity star B gives us B and identity star C gives us C, and this is our right hand side. So we got whenever A star B is equal to A star C, that implies we got B is equal to C. So in this case here we have cancelled A from the left hand side, and that is why it is known as the left cancellation law. Similarly, we are having right cancellation law. Means if A star B is equal to C star B, that implies A is equal to C, then in this case we are cancelling B from the right side, and so we call it right cancellation law. So if G is a group, then both the cancellation law, right cancellation law as well as the left cancellation law, exist good in a group G. The second important property is identity element is always unique in a group G. So there must be one and only one identity element in a group. Again consider, let G is a set under the operation star. We have to prove G must have only one identity element. Okay, let us suppose G has two different identities, E1 and E2. Now what happens? If E1 is an identity element, then for every A belonging to G, as E1 works as identity element, we have A star E1 is equal to again A, which is equal to E1 star A. Now we are saying that E2 is also an identity element. So if E2 is an identity element, then A star E2 is again A is equal to E2 star A. If we say this as equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, then the value of equation 1 is A. Here the value of equation 2 is also A. So this says A star E1 is equal to A. But from 2, A is equal to A star E2. That means we got A star E1 is equal to A star E2. And we have just learned that by left cancellation law, we can get E1 is equal to E2. So if we take two identities E1 and E2 in a group G, we reach at E1 is equal to E2. So the identity elements cannot be two different identities. So always group possesses only one identity element. Similarly, the third property is the inverse of an element is always unique. Inverse is unique. Let us consider for any A belonging to G, say B is the inverse of A, and say C is also the inverse of A. We have to prove every element has a unique inverse. But let us suppose A has inverse B as well as A has inverse C. Now say if B is the inverse of A, then we have A star B is equal to identity is equal to B star A. Similarly, if C is the inverse element of A, then we have A star C is equal to identity is equal to C star A. Now here we have A star B is equal to identity. This is also identity, and identity is equal to A star C. So we can write this as A star C. And again by using